And good morning, I am 10 Tampa Bay meteorologist Rich Fields here in the 10 newsroom. Packed, jam-packed. Everybody's there having meetings over in the corner. We do this every weekday at 11 o'clock, try to give you a little update on what's going on not only locally, but it's hurricane season. We're right in the middle of hurricane season, right at the height actually of hurricane season, so we want to give you a little update on what's going on out there. Today I want to start with a time-lapse Clearwater Beach of the cloud cover coming in. If you're waking up this morning and you're seeing a lot of cloud cover out there, you get used to it. There's going to be a lot more coming in off the Gulf within the next few hours or so. Our flow is going to switch up today from a westerly flow to more of an easterly flow later on this afternoon. So once we see the showers and possible thunderstorms that blow through our western counties, our Gulf side counties, then later on this afternoon, we're going to see rain come back into the area, and then our flow is going to officially have changed up to that more normal summertime pattern for us here in the Tampa Bay area. So let me go full screen with this time lapse. It's really kind of cool, man. Just want you to check it out. You can see the different levels of the atmosphere, clouds going different directions, low levels, mid levels, upper levels, but it's just a beautiful picture. I mean, it just makes for really fantastic viewing. Kind of gloomy at the beach today, though, isn't it, huh? Yeah, not today. Maybe later on this afternoon, once the showers and thunderstorms pick up. Oh, did you see that? Did you see that blow up, the inflatable? That was pretty cool. Lower left-hand corner of your screen. All of a sudden, there's a big slide out there in Clearwater Beach and a bunch of other attractions, and then all of a sudden that slide pops up. Here it comes. There it goes. That's pretty cool. Didn't notice it the first time I saw it. So here's the Sky 10 Network, 6 really cool live shots in and around the Tampa Bay area. You can see how cloudy it is, even some rain on the lens of the St. Pete Beach camera. So let's go around the horn and take a look at some of these live shots. There's a current live shot at Clearwater Beach where you just saw the time lapse a minute ago. Very cloudy skies. And as I mentioned, more shower and thunderstorm activity coming in off the Gulf of Mexico, and I'll show you the radar here in a couple of seconds. There's the Bellwether Beach Resort camera looking south along St. Pete Beach. Some rain already on the lens there. There's the downtown camera. Visit tampabay.com, looking out over Tampa Bay and down toward the Skyway and South St. Pete Beach. And you can see that cloud cover coming in off the Gulf of Mexico right now. Let's take a look at current temperatures. 82 degrees downtown. Dew points have been hovering in the mid-70s for, I want to say, at least 2 months. It's been crazy sticky here in the Tampa Bay area, and that's a product of the dew point. Temperature, humidity, humidity all affected by the dew point. So the indices, it feels like temperature. With the current temperature of 82, the feels like temperature is at 87 right now downtown. So here's our headlines. A front draped over the North Florida area is keeping moisture plentiful for us. It's actually pushing more of that moisture down into our neck of the woods from the Panhandle area. You can expect scattered to numerous showers this afternoon. Again, first a westerly push and then easterly once we get that change up in our flow. And keep in mind, slow-moving storms will increase the possibility of localized flooding. You know, the ground is so saturated right now, there's really nowhere for this moisture to go. So localized flooding is a possibility, especially with today's slow-moving storms. All right, so let's take a look at the satellite and radar for you real quick. You can see the mess that's out in the Gulf of Mexico right now. Let me go a little closer for you so you can see the greater Tampa Bay area and what we're in store for here. A lot of lightning strikes involved, hundreds over the last hour. Some of these cells could be volatile in nature. I don't see any of them going severe for us, but certainly, anything can happen. And it does here in the Tampa Bay area. Pop-up showers and thunderstorms could happen in a matter of minutes. Let's go in and take a look at the live radar. I stopped it as well so you can see exactly where the moisture is at right now. And you can see a number of coastal counties, Sarasota, Manatee, Pinellas, Hillsborough, all receiving some very light rain right now, if not heavy cloud cover, then some very light rain. And especially down in the Sarasota, Bradenton area. As a matter of fact, it looks like just outside of Anna Maria Island along Longboat Key. This is the Longboat Key area right here. This is AMI up here, Anna Maria Island, and there's a nice little Nice little cell right to the north and east of Anna Maria Island, from Bradenton Beach up toward Anna Maria, actually, at this hour. Let's go a little further north up to Pinellas County, St. Pete Beach, Blind Pass, Boca Ciega, Madeira, Reddington, Indian Rocks, all the way up through Clearwater Beach, receiving some light rainfall at this hour. And it's enveloping the entire southern peninsula of Pinellas County right now. I'm going to back out a little bit and just show you that mess out there in the Gulf again. This is all going to be coming our way throughout the day today, as a matter of fact. Let me see if I can get some timeline for you real quick here as far as these showers are concerned and what cities will be affected by them. Yep, so it looks like Anna Maria Island will be getting some decent rainfall at about 11:30 a.m. St. Pete, 11:44. St. Pete Clearwater International Airport, if you have someone that has a flight, or you yourself, about 11:48 this afternoon. Bradenton, just before noon. These storms will all be to you about 10 minutes before noon, 11 minutes before noon. Lakewood Ranch, just after noon, 12:08. Tampa, 12:16. The arrival of the storms. Riverview, 12:30. Fishhawk at about 12:42. So here's what's going on, really. We've got this stalled out front. It was a cold front, and it will turn stationary here, I believe, today. And as it pushes down from the panhandle of the state of Florida, the Florida-Georgia line, the Florida-Alabama line, it's literally pushing the moisture back into the Tampa Bay area, what was up in the panhandle. And of course, we've got that tropical flow of moisture coming up from the south. So this is a perfect graphic. Grant Gilmore made this earlier this morning. It just really shows, there's the front where it's at right now. You can see the moisture feed coming up out of the south, hitting up against that front. And what do we get out of it? We get shower and thunderstorm activity pooling up against the west coast of Florida and our neck of the woods right here. So as I put things into motion and step through the hourly graphics here, this is about 1 o'clock this afternoon. You can see we've got the potential of seeing some fairly decent storm activity through Manatee County. As we mentioned, Anna Maria Island, Longboat Key. This is all south of the Skyway Bridge. The Skyway Bridge goes between Manatee County and Pinellas County right there. Let's advance it a little further to 5:30 this afternoon. You can see everything starting to line up now through the center of the state. Some fairly decent cells involved there. We'll watch those to turn severe possibly later on this afternoon. And I hope you saw the push, the easterly push all of a sudden. By 4 or 5 o'clock is when the easterly push really kicks in, but we'll clear out to partly cloudy skies overnight tonight. That front will sag a little further to the south. We'll wake up to partly cloudy skies, and then here we go. 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, once again, I'm going to put it into motion one more time, and you're going to see this easterly push really start to kick in from the Atlantic. Wham! There it goes, and everything blows back toward the Tampa Bay area. Now we've got some of the Nature Coast, Pasco County, right there. It goes Citrus, Hernando, Pasco, Pinellas along the coast, and Hillsborough wrapping around Tampa Bay. So these cells here tomorrow evening. That's late, 9 o'clock at night, to still be getting some of that moisture. Atmospheric moisture, fall, dry air pushing down. Not that we're going to get any of the fall-like temperatures out of it. However, we will get some of the dry air out of it. And this all happens during the weekend and on into Monday. So the tropical air is going to be sequestered to the eastern side of the state of Florida and down through the Caribbean as this front, looks like it's going to continue to stay a cold front. I said it would turn stationary, but nonetheless, here it is. It pushes through the state of Florida all the way down through Miami by Monday. We are your hurricane headquarters here at 10 Tampa Bay. Let's get a look at the tropics right now. 2 years ago today, look at how active we were. Coming off of Africa, we had what did become Tropical Storm Wilfred. North of that, Tropical Storm Vicky. West of that, Tropical Storm Teddy. I mean, it was active. Tropical Depression Irene north of Teddy. Hurricane Paulette, a Cat 2 in the, central to northern Atlantic. Tropical Storm Beta, and what became Hurricane Sally that came ashore as a Category 2 hurricane. This is 2 years ago today. Let me show you what's going on today. We've got a couple tropical waves out there, one of which just went to tropical depression stage just minutes ago. So we've got a tropical wave peeling off Africa now. We've got one that's just west of the Cape Verde Islands. And then what was Invest 96L has now become Tropical Depression 7 within the last couple of minutes. It's so new, some of the models haven't updated with regard to naming it. There's Tropical Depression 7 right there. Starting to get some good circulation. Remember, we're looking for that counterclockwise circulation of a big low and a hurricane. And there's some of the wind shear around it. Huge amounts of wind shear off to the north of what is now Tropical Depression 7. Very high winds down to the south as well. And a lot of dry air up here as well. It's amazing these storms have survived the Saharan dust layer. You may have heard us talk about it over and over the last couple of months. Not only affecting breathing for us here in the Tampa Bay area as it pools into the Gulf of Mexico and around the Tampa Bay area, but through the Atlantic and Caribbean, this dry air has really tempered our tropical storm activity. So some of these storms that have popped up, and we've had a couple now, and even a hurricane, that they survive this dry air and continue to propagate and move to the west. This particular storm we don't expect to threaten the United States. It now has a 70% chance of development into, actually it already has. I take that back, this is an old graphic. It has already turned into a tropical depression. Let's go look at the track for what is TD7 now. One or two models bring it into the Gulf, but everything else either peels it off and takes it on the same track that we've been seeing the rest of the storms this year up to the North Atlantic, but a handful take it down through the Caribbean and towards San Salvador. For us here in the Tampa Bay area, here's the next 12 hours. We're hoping to top out with a daytime high in the upper 80s today. Again, in the early afternoon hours, noon, 2 o'clock, all the shower activity is going to be coming in off the coast. Later on this afternoon, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock, all the storms are going to be pushing from the east back to our neck of the woods. Overnight low tonight down into the mid-70s. So here's the expected rainfall the next 5 days. Look at the rain chances for us. Today, 80% chance. Thursday, 80% chance. Friday, 80% chance. Saturday, 70% chance. Now that dry air I was just showing you on the PW, on the precipitable water and the atmospheric moisture on Sunday drops a little bit, more so by Monday. We'll start losing some of that moisture, and more of that dry air starts moving into the area for us by Monday, Tuesday. And the marine forecast for the boaters: northeast winds turning northwesterly, 5 knots today, seas at about a foot, Bay and inland waters smooth, Gulf temperature at 86 degrees. And let's take a look at the 7-day forecast for the Tampa Bay area. Partly cloudy, scattered thunderstorms today. Remember, early in the afternoon from the west to the east, late in the afternoon from the east to the west, and some areas may see some late evening thunderstorms as late as 9, 10 o'clock tonight. And that 80% chance of rain is going to stick with us right on through Friday, and even on into Saturday, very high chances of rain for us as well. All right, let me take a look at everybody chiming in online real quick. And we appreciate you guys following us. Bobby Deskins just telling me he's going to be here for the noon. We'll respond back. Let's take a look at Facebook. We're on Facebook and YouTube. You can watch us either place. You can respond to us and ask us questions live here on Facebook. So let's go over and see who's watching and from where. Claremont, Taylor Johnson. Chris Meyer says, so there's a chance of what? Rain? Yeah, definitely. Frank Callahan Jr. says, please send all the storms to me in Buzzard Bay, Massachusetts. We need them bad. Don't ask for that. You do not need one of these tropical systems in your neck of the woods. Garden variety rainfall, I understand that. Zelma Sahor, how's the weather next weekend? Do you mean this weekend or next weekend? I assume you mean a week from this weekend. I'm going on a Disney cruise to the Bahamas. Oh boy. Well, let me pop out of this real quick and just show you once again what is lining up out there. I hope you saw what's going on in the tropics, because Zilma, it's quite active, or getting quite active. We've been blessed. We haven't had much going on. So we have 3 systems out there right now, one of which just became a tropical depression just minutes ago, TD7. This is heading toward Martinique and Guadalupe right now, north of Trinidad and Tobago. There's the wind shear involved with that particular storm. You can see the track. Here's the track, I should say. I'm sorry. You can see the track. Where is it heading? Right toward the Bahamas. So that is this Saturday, this Sunday, this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of next week, and that's as far out as the tracks go. But Zilma, I hope you can see that a number of the models take it through the Bahamas and to the south. A couple of them take it through the Bahamas, and then north of Cuba, right through the Keys, right through the Florida Keys, and up into the Gulf of Mexico. So I hope that gives you some idea. I'm not sure, Zulma, if you want to chime in and tell me which weekend you were talking about, feel free to do that. But this weekend looks okay. Next weekend might be another story. Steve Johnson, Laura Thrasher. Hey guys, Chelsea is watching. Zulma, you're in Miami? Now, did you mean this weekend or next weekend? When are you going on that cruise? Susan Shaw, hey, how you doing? Karen LeBlanc, appreciate you tuning in. Barbara Shell. Let's see if there's any more weather questions for me to answer. Gary Bauman, thanks for tuning in, Gary. Nikki Perez, Peggy Sarah. Okay, no other weather questions. And Zulma, I don't see you chiming in just yet with what weekend it happened to be, but it's next weekend, so okay. Next weekend might be sticky. It just depends on the track. The last couple of storms we had, even the hurricane, moved west toward the United States, then moved up to the north and east through the Atlantic into colder waters and fizzled out. Next weekend, 23rd. Okay. Do you think North Florida could see any of these storms? Pardon me. Certainly, as you take a look at this track, again, a couple of the models for what is now TD7, Tropical Depression 7, are taking it north of Cuba, through the Keys, and into the Gulf of Mexico. Once it gets into the warm waters of the Gulf of Mexico, Anything could happen. So certainly the Panhandle could be affected. None of the models have it going along the east coast of Florida. So chances of it coming up the east coast of Florida and through North Florida look to be rather slim right now. The bulk of the models have it going south of San Juan, over the Bahamas, south of San Juan, and then continuing south toward San Salvador, possibly curving up toward the Yucatan Peninsula, and then across the peninsula back into the Gulf. So anything could happen. Just stay with us. We do this every single weekday morning at 11 o'clock, and every day we get new spaghetti plot models from the National Weather Service. So just stay with us, whoever you watch for weather. Hopefully it's 10 Tampa Bay. I know you're in Miami. So like us, follow us on Facebook and YouTube. And when we go on, you'll get a notice on your phone immediately. And we'll let you know what's going on. Chelsea, you are so welcome. Okay, Zelma, you're welcome as well. All right, I don't see any more weather questions. I'm not going to keep you any longer. We appreciate you watching here at 10 Tampa Bay. And next newscast comes up at noon, and we will see you then. I'll leave you with that shot. Let that sink in a little bit.